Hello and welcome back to another video. Today's video will be about this month's Legend Family Tournament. This tournament will be split into two halves. The first half will be the qualifying phase, where players will fight in an hour-long 1v1 in-game tournament with the cards capped at level 11. The top 4 players in this tournament will advance onto the bracket stage. That will be an 8-man bracket, with the other 4 slots will be players that are invited based off their ladder results. The bracket will be an 8-player single elimination format. I'll show a detailed version of that bracket at the end of the video. The winner will be awarded a pass royale, and the top 3 will get invites to the next tournament. We plan to run more of these tournaments throughout the year, but as all you know, I'm not the most consistent, so I'm not going to make any promises of like monthly or bi-monthly, and basically we're just going to see how often these tournaments actually are. With that being said, although I'm not planning to have the timings of the tournaments be consistent, I would like to keep the recording formats pretty similar. What I would like to do is live commentate some games by basically going through the tournament while it's being played and then highlighting those who are in the top spots. The pros of this would be we'd be able to watch more of the top finishers in the tournaments, but the cons would be a lot of the games would be a minute or two in. Now with me saying that, you're probably wondering, well, why is this not a live game? So I ended up screwing up. I had some space issues on my phone and the live recording crashed. Didn't realize that until after the fact, so although I was recording games, commenting over them, none of them were actually recording. So sadly today we're going to have to go purely off of replays, and big thank you for those who participated in the tournament and shared these replays, as otherwise we wouldn't really have a video. The silver lining of this screw up though is I realized there are different formats that I could be recording this in. I could do all live games and have them all with live commentary. Like I said though, the downside would be a lot of the games would be a minute in or even 30 seconds in. I could also record some games live, have them with live commentary, and then I could get people to post replays of the more interesting games afterwards, and I can go back and watch those. I could do almost like a mock live commentary over them, kind of commentating on my first time watching them. The big difference is the spectating format would be a little off, like you would see what 4 cards they have in their hand rather than the 8 cards that they have normally. Alternatively, I could have focused purely on recording after the tournament. The benefits of this would be you get to see all the games in full length, as opposed to me kind of joining in a few minutes in, and then I could also pick the most interesting games to record. I could still do my mock live commentary if that's preferred, or I could kind of just commentate over the fact. Like I could just cut out only the highlights of the game, basically cutting out most of the cycle and chip damage, and try to highlight more of the big pushes and like the solid defenses. There wouldn't really be live commentary on those, but I would be able to put like more content into the videos and more kind of interesting points. So please leave any feedback you guys have regarding the recording of these videos, and I'll kind of structure it accordingly. As I spent a good time talking through this game, I'm basically just going to leave this one full length. For the remaining games, I'm going to try cutting out and pretty much leaving, like I said, most of the big pushes and big defenses, but cutting out a lot of the cycling and chip damage. So please let me know if that's something you guys actually prefer, or if you'd rather just watch the full game. Maybe it's more interesting for you guys to just see the full game rather than just kind of a bunch of random little sporadic cuts all over the place. Then let me know, because the format's basically whatever you guys would prefer. Alright, so the first highlights we'll be going over will be Excalibur versus Dragon. Once again, this will not be live commentated, but basically just be going over some highlights. So I'm going to just kind of cut out as much of the cycling and chip damage as possible and leave the kind of big points of the game. So once again, I'm really kind of depending on your guys' feedback. Let me know like if I'm making too many cuts or not enough and including too much like of the downtime, because I will kind of want to structure and modify these videos accordingly. So after both players did a little bit of cycling, Excali hit 10 elixir and decided to place that P.E.K.K.A in the back right. This allows Dragon to go for the Hog Ice Spirit in the left hand tower. That defending bandit gets frozen and allows this Hog to get 3 hits on that tower before going down. Pretty decent push for Excalibur right now, so Dragon is going to have to opt for that Ice Golem and Cannon combination. Magic Archers takes the Ice Golem out right away, then goes for the Cannon and gets fireballed. There is now a battle ram in the left lane, no elixir to defend. Dragon has to go for the log. Excalibur predicts skeletons and zaps that. Dragon's able to place those late now, but they get absolutely melted by the battle ram, and with a full barb locked on the tower, Excalibur is going to take the lead here. Right after that push finishes, Dragon goes for their own push on the left-hand tower. Ewiz on defense, Royal Ghost was cycled in the back, allows that Hog to get 1 hit off before going down. However, Dragon is going to need to defend this left-hand lane, and as he does that, Excalibur places the P.E.K.K.A going into the back left. Ice Golem and Musketeer on defense, cleans up the Ewiz, and will clean up the Royal Ghost afterwards. Poison's going to take down that Musketeer. However, a fair bit of a push built for Excalibur. He's got that P.E.K.K.A and he does have a fair bit of elixir. Another Hog goes down for Dragon. That's in the right-hand lane. Royal Ghost and Baton on defense. Ice Spirit lagging behind. Cannon Cart now on defense. The Magic Archer in center is going to start working on that. Magic Archer gets fireballed. There's now 3 troops in the right, P.E.K.K.A in the left. Only a Musketeer on defense. He's able to log it back, but it looks like there's going to be a connection here. No, Battle Ram gets stopped. Beautiful Ice Spirit stops that. Bandit dashes to the Skeletons placed at the center here, but they get zapped. Beautiful Ice Golem prevents the Bandit dash there. Magic Archer isn't able to chip on the tower through that, but it will hit the Hog a little bit. Perfect Fireball gets both Magic Archer and the E-Wiz, and the Hog gets 1 hit off. Lead now in Dragon's favor. After a small reset, Excalibur goes to build another push with a P.E.K.K.A in the back left. That will be meeting Dragon's Musketeer. Dragon cycles the log, gets back to the Hog, which is going now in the right-hand lane. A Bandit on defense and a Poison to take out that left-leaned Musketeer. We now have a P.E.K.K.A on the left and a Bandit Royal Ghost in the center. Magic Archer placed center again to take out the cannon. Ice Golem placed really close to the Royal Ghost and Bandit, so that gets taken out really fast. Cannon is still up, pulls the Royal Ghost a bit, but the Bandit dashes to the tower. Another cannon goes down, takes out the Barbarians, takes them out of the battle ramp, but they're taking out the Ice Golem. Bandit's going to dash on tower. It hits tower. Ice Spirit is placed just a little late, allowing that Bandit to bring it down to 830. And now Dragon has a push of their own. Hog with a log will go in there, preventing the P.E.K.K.A from completely killing that Hog, allowing the Hog to get 1 hit. Now a very close game, 553 for Dragon. He does have it in fireball range, a couple fireballs away. He does have to get the defense here first. Ice Golem was placed in front of the cannon, allows the Magic Archer to chip on a little bit. That cannon is almost going down. With the zap, it actually does go down. Battle rounds are going towards the tower. It locks 250 on that tower with the help of Poison. Excalibur takes the win. So we got a faster start to this game right off the bat. Dragon is going to opt for those Spear Goblins at the bridge. Anonymous goes for the log, but just nearly misses them. That besides, Dragon's like, hey, I'm going to go aggressive. Toss this mortar down the left-hand lane. E-Spirit will be there to take the aggressiveness while an Earthquake is down on that. Bats takes the E-Spirit out. Hunter goes down, but won't take that mortar out before it fires 1 shot on the tower. So after that, an early lead for Dragon. They'll put down their Musketeer and clean up that Hunter. Once both players cycle a bit, Dragon is back to another mortar, and they're going to place that in the left-hand lane again. That's going to meet the Royal Giant of Anonymous. So no damage from this mortar, and a bit of a counter push coming in here. So Velk and Bats will go down on that. Hunter placed from Anonymous to take those out. Does not actually target this one bat, so with the help of a log, that Royal Giant is not going to get any damage on the tower. Solid defense there. Around this point, Dragon's realizing that with 2 tanks and an Earthquake on the other side, they have to use some more chip that's not just mortar. So he's opting for some miner chip, trying to get it on that left-hand tower. Giant Skeleton is able to catch the miner, and Fisherman does pull that Musketeer in. So Dragon has to go for this defensive mortar. Anonymous has Earthquake in hand, but they opt to use the Hunter first. Dragon's going to defend that with the Velk at center, and then Bats behind the Hunter, taking that out and going for the Giant Skeleton next. Anonymous cycles the E-Spirit, taking all those out, and has his Royal Giant in hand. He's going to place that down. At the same time, Dragon cycles their Earthquake. Earthquake going down on the mortar. However, Dragon's already cycled back, places another mortar down. The Fisherman also pulls itself into that mortar. Royal Giant still has a fair bit of health, but Musketeer kills it before it hits the tower. Solid defense there from Dragon. They're going for a counter push of their own now with a minor Musketeer. Giant Skeleton on defense once again. We'll clean this up. However, that Musketeer has not crossed the bridge, so the Princess Tower is not helping right now. Purely going to be the Giant Skeleton trying to take that out as another Royal Giant goes in. Hunter in behind to clean up the bats that were on defense. This mortar is down, but Earthquake actually goes on it a little bit late, allowing chip damage on the tower, but Royal Giant wasn't even close. Velk and Musketeer now on counter push with another miner coming in. Miner placed at the back of the tower, so the Fisherman pulls in the Velk, not the Miner. Miner gets quite a bit of chip, and then the Musketeer also locks, gets 1 shot in the tower before the Zappies go down. Lead now in Dragon's favor as they're playing another mortar. With that mortar on defense, things slow down a little bit. Anonymous cycles a Giant Skeleton in the back left, and Dragon tosses an Earthquake on that left-hand tower. Anonymous also goes for an Earthquake, taking the mortar out and getting a little bit of chip on the Valkyrie as they cycle a Royal Giant in the back left. Miner now going in on the left-hand tower for Dragon. Fisherman will be placed to pull that off after the Miner gets 3 hits off. Giant Skelly Bomb does a fair chunk of damage to the Valkyrie Musketeer. Valkyrie's killed by the tower. Musketeer will be taken out by the Valkyries. Huge push coming in for Anonymous. Only a Velk and mortar on defense. Earthquake is in hand for Anonymous. He plays it on the mortar. Takes it out. Half health Royal Giant going towards the tower. It's going to get 1 shot off. Log goes back. Doesn't actually get a second shot off. Giant Skelly is pulled towards a defensive mortar. Lead still in Dragon's favor by about 200. They're going for a miner. He gets 1 hit before being pulled towards his Fisherman. Fisherman will be actually taken out by the mortar and bat combo as the Royal Giant comes in for Anonymous. E-Spirit taken out immediately by the log, so those bats are going to take out this Royal Giant. Mortar on defense, Earthquake missing the mortar, so this Royal Giant will not get any damage on the tower. Dragon has potential for a counter push here as the Miner goes in. Miner doesn't get any damage on the tower, caught by a Skeleton Giant and then pulled by the Fisherman. Lead still in Dragon's favor by about 200. Giant Skelly and Zappies in the left-hand lane. Musk and Mortar on defense for Dragon right now. Royal Giant coming in as well. Earthquake is in hand. E-Spirit predicts the bats. Huge push coming in here. Earthquake now on 2 Musketeers and that Mortar. Log going down as well. Royal Giant so close to the tower, but doesn't actually get a shot off. Amazing defense there. Dragon now opts to cycle the Earthquake with only 10 seconds left. They go for a Miner. Miner gets 1 hit before being pulled by that Fisherman. Royal Giant isn't able to get damage. Anonymous has to go for a Log and an Earthquake, but Dragon has another Earthquake of their own. So Dragon is able to pull this off of pure chip damage and solid defenses. Alright, so for our final game, we'll be starting about 1 minute and 40 in, and we'll have Cheeks Clapper versus Muku. Starting off with that Hog in the left-hand lane, and that will be caught by the Inferno Tower in the middle and the Golden Knight on defense. Up until this point, there's pretty solid defenses on both sides and almost no chip damage done. So we're jumping in with the Golden Knight's dashing, Goblin Barrels going in on the back right. Beautifully caught Golden Knight dash there, prevents any damage. However, Cheese Clapper has that mirrored Goblin Barrel coming in and no counter for Muku. He's going to have to go for the Valk up top. That takes out 2 of the Goblins, but the third one gets a couple stabs before going down. Fast forward 15 seconds and we got a little reset going on. Golden Knight going in the back right, which will be met by the Tesla of Muku. It's going to be a double barrel push now coming in for Cheeks. The Firecracker and Log goes down, targets the Goblin Barrel first, allowing the Skeleton Barrel to lock. Only half of those skeletons get taken out by the Ice Spirit. The Goblin Barrel on the right hand tower got about 4 or 5 stabs before going down. Guard Goblin being alive forces the Tesla out from Muku. That leaves nothing for the left hand tower. He has to E-Spirit. E-Spirit does clean up all the skeletons though, and solid counter push potential right here. Hog Firecracker on the left, Valk on the right. Inferno Tower is down with some guards on defense. An Earthquake on that. That allows the Valk to have a fair bit of health and go towards the right hand tower. Firecracker hits the left, Valk hits the right, a little bit of chip there. However, Skeleton Barrel coming in. Firecracker on defense with help of skeletons there. However, the skeletons from the barrel get quite a bit of damage before going down, bringing that tower down just above 1,000. Firecracker Hog on the right, Valk on the left. Another Inferno Tower on defense. Earthquake on that a little bit late, will get chipped, but won't allow the Hog to do much. Golden Knight now coming in on the left-hand tower, as well as a Goblin Barrel. Dark Goblin in center. That's going to kill the Ice Spirit after it jumps. Quite a bit of Goblin chip damage, bring it down to 800. The Skeleton Barrel is now going towards the tower. Muku has the Earthquake, is able to place that after the Goblins, bring it down to 427. Another Barrel now coming in on this tower. No counter in hand, so Firecracker Ice Spirit has to be used. Tanks that left Goblin, keeping the tower barely alive here. Another Barrel comes in. That one gets logged. At this point, we got to look at Cheek's deck and realize he does not have direct damage, so he does have to get a barrel lock of some sort, whether it be a Skeleton Barrel or a Goblin Barrel. Firecracker will not do much. Inferno Tower fully defends. Muku has to start going for the preemptive Tesla in the left. That's going to prevent the Skeleton Barrel from locking on the tower. However, Cheeks is just going to go for a slow push Golden Knight and actually start targeting the right-hand tower. He goes for a Skeleton Barrel and now a Goblin Barrel. Hog comes in on defense, another Goblin Barrel actually on the left-hand tower. Golden Knight is now dashing. Goblin Barrel was placed low, so Valk's able to catch that. Well played by Muku. But another Goblin Barrel is now coming in still on that left-hand tower. Skeleton Barrel coming in behind that. The Log takes out the Skeleton Barrel. Ice Spirit has to go on the left-hand Skeleton Barrel. It does not get damage on the tower. However, this right Skeleton Barrel is so close, it gets damage on the tower and the Skeletons hit. Cheeks wins this game 1-0. Alright, after 1 hour of battles and this dramatically long fade effect, we will see our top 10. First off, I'm just going to say for future tournaments, I'm going to record the actual tournament end screen, so you guys don't have to deal with like the flashbang-like effect of just seeing this all wait. But for now, we got our top 10 there. Top 4 are the ones getting spots. That is going to be Dragon in first, Excalibur in second, Anonymous 2 in third, and Cheeks Clapper in fourth. On to the bracket. So the 4 players who earned invites based on their ladder performances were Hisoka, Shashwat, Demomzinator, and Cheddar. The 4 players who earned their spots through the tournament were Dragon, Excalibur, Anonymous, and Cheeks Clapper. These players will be facing off in this single elimination 8-player bracket, with the winner being awarded a Pass Royale, and the top 3 all getting invites to the next tournament. The bracket will be open for predictions, so feel free to click on the link in the description and predict who you think will be winning. As usual, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you throughout the rest of the tournament.